When it comes to football in Nigeria, the Nigerian Nationwide League, it has always been the bedrock of where you get talents of footballers coming raw to play football in the country, where they will graduate to the NNL and also the MPFL. We just have to look at that particular league. Well, welcoming you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Joining me this evening is Emmanuel Fashemi. Good to have you, Emmanuel.
Good evening, Adeni.
Now, let's start with the first story, where 131 clubs will be jostling for honor in the Zonal League of the NLO Division 2, where 16 venues will be hosting all the clubs. 131 clubs, that's a huge amount of clubs that will be competing in the Zonal League. They want to get the best in the world of football to qualify for the next round of football in Nigeria. Well, the good thing right now is that the 16 venues that will be hosting this particular competition, the Zonal League, is actually up for grabs, where we have Oyo, Osun, Ogun, Abuja, Nasarawa, Katsina, Yobe, Bauchi, Kwara. They will all be the host of the Zonal League. We have Imo, Delta, Jigawa, Abia, Edo, Kaduna, Plateau, Ekiti, and as I mentioned earlier, Osun and Ogun, making it 16 different locations where the stars of future will be showing their skills when it comes to football in the Nationwide League there. Good one. I just roll out that particular story, and we just have to look at the fact that the NLO Nationwide League 1 organizing this competition deemed fit to also allow Division 2 to have the Zonal League coming up.
For the Zonal League, for me, the thing there is we have a large number of teams coming together, 131 teams. But it's good they've been splitted into zones so that they can actually organize, have a proper organization. We can't put all of them together at the same time. So, but for 131 number of teams playing in that particular division, well, it's quite a large number. It's quite a large number. But overall, I think the organizers know...
That's why they are split so that it's look like you have 16 different locations where the 131 teams
to also make it easy.
Yes,
to make it easy.
They can't all come together at once.
At once, to make it easy. And after the zonal competition, after the zonal round of play, then we'll now have the final leg where those who get promotion to the Division 1, and then from Division 1, we now have those who promote to the NNL. Yeah. So it's good it's coming at this point in time, and I just wish the organizers well. Let's have a good officiating, good games, and then probably one or two players could even find their way down to the MPFL teams if definitely the MPFL teams send out their scouts to actually watch these boys play. You can get players from there, put them in your academy, your team B, and gradually you grow them into the senior team. But overall, the organizers has actually done well by splitting this competition into zones and then so that they can have hitch-free league. So who says the NLO cannot compete with the likes of the NNL and the rest of them?
Well, that's a good one there. We have to look at the fact that the Division 2 will be coming up in 16 different venues, and now all the teams will be ready to at least fight for honors to see who makes it to Division 1 also. Well, good one there. Now, let's leave football aside. At least we've been talking grassroots football. Now, let's talk some volleyball also have to do with a grassroots level where the volleyball national Division 1 will be starting in Abuja. And the good thing is that 16 teams, although out of the 16 teams, 12 have been confirmed to participate for men and women. Let's look at the men and women clubs that so far been confirmed. In the men, we have Nigerian Immigration Service, NIS. We have USM Spikers, Wiki Spikers of Bauchi, Spartan Spikers of Yola, and you have ABM of Katsina, Equity Spikers of Kebbi, Caliphate Spikers of Sokoto, and Oleole Spikers of Oyo State. Those are the teams confirmed for men. And in the women category, we have other teams that are yet to play, but we have Chief of Naval Staff Spikers, Anambra Queens, Wicked Queens, Spartan Angels confirmed for the Division 1 league teams. And you look at the unconfirmed teams, although they show signal that they will be participating, but yet to be confirmed. Nigerian Air Force, Rocket Team, Federal Road Safety Corps Queens, Heartland Queens of Imo State, and you have Life Camp of Abuja. Those are the 4 teams that are yet to be confirmed as member or part of the teams that will be participating in the National Division 1 Volleyball League teams for this year. It will be starting, and really they are ready to at least show their class when it comes to volleyball in Nigeria. The fact that Division 1 is starting now, after we have Prudent Energy, we have so many leagues of volleyball, but I love the fact that these teams show interest. The 12 teams that have been confirmed for men and for women, and even the unconfirmed teams still are still going to be participating. So let's just say we have 16 teams.
16 teams, yes. As it stands, the 12 teams that are confirmed, they are the usual teams we see whenever the Division 1 Volleyball Championship is going on. And for the federation, being controlled by Engineer Nimrod, the man has actually been doing well for the Nigerian Volleyball Federation. After the coronavirus in 2020, they were one of the federations that actually organized a competition. Immediately after the lockdown, the ease of coronavirus was being announced by the government, they organized a competition. So that's to tell you how the work they have actually put in. And for the competition that is coming up, I know pretty well those unconfirmed teams will definitely join. Maybe they just want to sort out some logistics and then join up. And for the women section, for Life Camp of Abuja, I think this is their first time of coming into the competition, and it's good we have more teams. If we can have over 20 teams participating, it's welcome. I know that federation, whenever they want to organize competition, they actually do it very well, and they do it to the best of their ability. So I'm looking forward to exciting games.
You were about talking about the women's teams participating.
Yeah, for the women teams, the men has actually been, competition has been organized more for the men. I think the federation needs to also switch attention to the women's side, because the competition they just finished was actually for the men, but they went back to the grassroots. At the National Youth Sports Festival in Ilorin, we saw both the male under 15, under 12, and whatever in Kwara State there, and we have some young talents. And then the one they organized in Kaduna also saw young ones. They actually made it, the age group was 15 and 16. It was for both male and female. But for the senior level, the male has actually enjoyed more competition than that of the female. But now we have more teams in the female section, which I would like more teams to actually participate in for the ladies.
Now, when it comes to volleyball in Nigeria, that federation has been one of the most viable federation. When you think of football, basketball, volleyball, it will come to your mind, because they've really been organizing so many competitions that has given much platform to Nigerian volleyballers to compete, and we've been really doing well in that sport for men and women.
Yes, they've been doing well, and if you look at all the military teams, they are the one who has always been standing out.
Either paramilitary or military. You see customs right now as you speak.
Yeah, we have NSCDC, we have even
Nigerian Army,
so
immigration, all of them are there.
They've actually been doing very, very well whenever they come for this competition. So I believe others should emulate them. And then let's have other private teams that are not even government-owned teams, like the Life Camp Abuja team.
That's
is a private-owned club. So if the private individuals or bodies can invest more. Also, volleyball is one sport that is a very big sport in the world. If you watch the Brazilians play, if you watch the Swiss play, in the Olympics, we saw how the Brazilians, they are the defending champions, but they actually had a run for their money during the Olympics. So and it's good that attention is also switching over to that section. Most especially for the ladies, I want the federation to actually tilt towards the ladies more than the men. The men have actually enjoyed a lot of competition.
Now, if you look currently as we speak, Nigerian Customs are over there in Tunisia competing at the African Nations Club Championship of Volleyball, and they are really, they won first game, they lost second game, and that shows that really these sports we've gotten some standard clubs in Nigeria that can compete with others across Africa. And that's why we've been looking at that particular story where we talk about National Division 1 volleyball competition coming up in Abuja, where so far 12 teams have been confirmed to participate and 4 will be joining as unconfirmed teams. But the good thing is that we have an avenue where they can show their class. All the volleyballers across Nigeria are not just training week in, week out. They are also training to get competition where they will show their skills. Good one there. Now let's move away from volleyball. We've talked football in the grassroots level. We talked about the Nationwide League One, and also we talked about volleyball. Now let's go international as we look at the EPL matches will be coming up. And quickly, let's look at those games that's slated for tonight. Leeds United versus Chelsea will be a game that everyone want to see. What will happen? Will Chelsea be able to add to their point as after getting a new owner? Leicester City will be playing against Norwich, while Watford will be at home against Everton. Although Watford, they are already a relegated team. They just have to play for pride. But Everton can take advantage of that to add more sparks to their point. Wolverhampton Wanderers, Manchester City. Man City, Liverpool, they are really dragging it. Man City are right now having the same point with Liverpool, I beg your pardon. But on goal difference, they are leading there. But the way it is, Man City against Wolves at the Molineux Stadium will be a match to watch.
Well, Man City against Wolves, if Man City wins that game, it gives them one hand on the trophy, on that particular trophy, after the winning of Liverpool yesterday against Aston Villa. But the match that people will be looking at, today is the game of Leeds against Chelsea. Because if Leeds loses that game, then and Everton wins against Watford, which is something that is actually going to happen in a way, because this is football. They might not win, but I'm not saying if they win, then they will top Leeds United, and then Leeds will find themselves in that relegation.
They lost to Leeds automatically, they are gone.
Yes. So Leeds United will do all they can to avoid that loss against Chelsea. And then in the first leg, it ended on a draw note, courtesy of Bamford's equalizer for Leeds United when they played Chelsea. And for the game of Leicester City and Norwich City already relegated alongside with Watford. They are just waiting for either Leeds United or Everton, who is going to join them at the end of the season. But so far, so good. The 3 games that will be in the eyes of the fans, of the people today, is going to be Wolves, Leeds United, and then Watford Everton game. What happens if Man City wins? Then closer to the trophy. If Watford defeats Everton, they remain where they are, and then a loss for Leeds United also, they will remain where they are in the table. But if they lost and Everton wins, then it's going to go down to the last game of the season to see who is going to drop between Leeds United and Everton.
Now, if you look at these matches, Manchester City, they know what is at stake there. Liverpool actually closed the gap. Now they have the same point, 86 points. And winning tonight will give them that edge that, yes, we have made out that, because this is their own game now. When they play, it will be remaining 2 games.
2 games to go.
So they will lead by extra 3 again, then till the final game.
Indeed.
So, but the remaining 2 games also, if Liverpool wins it 2 and Man City wins it 2, it means you have to go down to the issue of goal difference now, because you calculate. But the advantage right now is that Manchester City are actually leading on goal difference.
Goal difference. And you know, Man City, the way Pep Guardiola built his team, if you can score 10 goals in a game, score. If you can score 20 goals in a game,
and that's the advantage they have right now.
And that is the advantage, and it's good when you score more goals. We used to see when Manchester United, Arsenal, the same Liverpool, and at some point when Man City joins the race, they win on goal difference. Remember that iconic goal of Sergio Aguero against QPR that gave them the trophy was already heading to Manchester United
before they called it back.
Before they called the trophy back. So it used to be very interesting when it's going to go down on goal difference. So I think we're teetering towards that same scenario this season. But overall, I don't see these 2 teams dropping points again. Liverpool drop points against Tottenham last 2 weekends, and this weekend everybody against Aston Villa yesterday, they thought they were going to still drop more points, but they came back and actually won that game. So winning the 26th game of the season out of the 36 games they've played. So massive one for Liverpool. And then for tonight's game, I think Man City will play all their hearts out against Wolves that they know can hurt them any day, anytime. But overall, I believe they are going to get the job done by winning tonight's.
My fear is actually for Leeds United because from the way it is, Leeds United just have to do everything possible they can throw at Chelsea to win that game.
Both the kitchen sink and whatever they have in the Arsenal today, though they have a good record against Chelsea. It has not really been easy. Whenever Chelsea is playing them, they have this good record against them. But like I said, in the first leg, it ended 1-1. Can they actually hold their own? They don't need a draw. All they need today against Chelsea is a win. If they get the draw, at least it's an advantage.
If they get a draw, it's an advantage. We've been looking at the chances of all the clubs that will be playing tonight in the English Premier League. It's really down to the wires now. Manchester City, Liverpool are really so close, but it's too close to call because they just have to finish their game. We actually see who blinks forward between the two teams, Etihad or Anfield. It's been a big one between the two clubs so far this season. It has been a two-horse race among all the teams participating in the 20 teams, but you just have to give it up to Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp. They've been fantastic as coaches, and also the players of the two teams who have really shown class when it comes to playing football. Sadio Mane, Salah, Firmino. Talk about all the teams players there in Liverpool, and you think Manchester City, you see players that they don't have a single number 9 that you can pick as number 9. But they've all been scoring goals so easy. Talking about Guardiola, with the training he has given those players, even the goalkeeper can also score. Good one for Manchester City and Liverpool. We'll continue to look at who will blink for between the two teams. 2 matches to go, and we are still waiting to see who will draw point. They have the same point, 86 points per team. Now we've been looking at the game there. Now let's talk about the biggest one also over there in Italy for tonight, Coppa Italia. Coppa Italia is going to be coming up between Juventus and Inter Milan. The two teams are going to be playing the final in this particular cup that they cherish so much. Inter Milan, we know how good they are right now on the table over there in Scudetto race. And Juventus, the old lady, they also have enough experience when it comes to playing football over there in Italy. They've won the Scudetto 9 times, and they wanted to get it 10-1, but AC Milan, Inter Milan are saying, no, it's not going to happen. But for Coppa Italia, tonight, the big one between the old lady and the Nerazzurris, as Inter Milans are called.
It's quite a big game tonight in Italy for Juventus. They won this trophy last with Cristiano Ronaldo, and with his exploits, they were able to win it. And now, can they actually defend that trophy tonight? But looking at the way Inter Milan is playing right now, the likes of Lorenzo, Sanchez,
Lautaro Martinez,
Dzeko, who left AS Roma, everybody thought he was going to stay, but he heads straight to Inter Milan. And for tonight, they will know it has not really been rosy for Juve this season. They are not in the second spot in the Italian Serie A. They are occupying the 4th position. That spot gives them the qualification to Champions League, but they need to clean out the remaining 2 games of the season for them to actually lay hold to that spot. But for tonight's game, it's going to be a cracker. Who wins it? Is it Inter Milan? Inter Milan is setting their sight on the Italian Serie A title, where AC Milan is stopping by just a point. Now the Coppa Italia, they really want to get this one. If we can lay our hands on the Italian Serie A title, then let's see if we can get the Coppa Italia.
Now, if we were to look at it player by player, we know Juventus, they got Vlahovic, and we know what Vlahovic can actually do. You have Inter Milan to Lautaro Martinez and a host of other players. But player to player, if you compare the two teams, who will you be tilting towards? Let's not look at, before we go technically.
Well, player to player, the players in Inter Milan right now, they have experience.
They seem to be much good form compared to
that Juventus. But I would say resilience is on the side of Inter Milan, but experience is on the side of Juve. Looking at players for player, we have players they are the defending champions of the Coppa Italia. They've won this trophy, and some of the players who won the trophy with them are still there in the team. So side by side, I think I would tilt towards Juve to still get this trophy, because if they don't get this trophy, there's nothing for them. And Inter Milan also, if they don't win this, nothing for them this season. They'll just end second position. That is if AC Milan is able to win the remaining, as if they win 2 games, they are confirmed winners of the title. But if they lost, then they still have the chance to win the Italian Serie A. So where am I tilting towards? I think I would love Juve to win the title, because they've actually had a lot of troubles this season.
So you actually want the old ladies to win?
Yes, they should just smile.
But really, if you look at the performance of the 2 teams, you look at Inter Milan actually worked to deserve to be given the nod to win this competition.
They've actually put in a lot of work. They recruited some players, and some players who lost form. They actually they came back to form. The likes of Sanchez, everybody thought Sanchez was not really going to fire, but right now he scored over the weekend. And then the likes of Lautaro Martinez, when Lukaku left, he carried on with the team. Dzeko joining the front line. They've been brilliant. So it's actually a good one. But for Inter Milan, well, let's see if they can actually edge out Juve in tonight's final.
Okay, good one there. We just have to look at the fact that, well, as it is, French League One will also be coming up for tonight. The match will be played there. Let's quickly look at the match that will be coming up in French League One as we talk about OGC Nice against Saint-Etienne and Reims against Nantes. Nantes is celebrating the euphoria of winning that Coupe de France. Good one for our own Simon. Mrs. Simon, right?
Yeah, already Nantes does not have anything to lose. Already with that win,
that cup alone is their own Premier League One.
League One, outside League One, it has already given them that automatic qualification to Europe next season. They will be playing the Europa League next season with that winning of that trophy. So what they will play for, let's not drop points. Let's just stay, because they are safe as it stands in the league. They are safe. They don't have anything to lose. The league is wrapped up already. PSG has already won the title. So whatever they are playing tonight, they might just use their fringe players for that particular encounter, because already they will be playing in Europe next season. And I'm particularly happy for Moses Simon, because we'll see Moses Simon in Europa.
But do you notice that most of the Nigerian players that, okay, let me use this word, that didn't really do well here in Abuja during that match against Ghana, so many of them have really achieved their club. Look at Seydou Sanusi winning with FC Porto, the Portuguese league. Look at Moses Simon winning the Coupe de France. What is his name now? Is it Frank?
Leon Balogun,
Joe Aribo. They've all qualified to the final. And you'll be wondering what happened where they came here.
Well, it's just football is like that. Sometimes you are in the best form of your life. Maybe in some games you give your 100%, and in some you try to give 100%, and your 100% is not enough. For all Nigerian players, congratulations to those who have won. And also we can say all the ones that didn't win with their clubs this season in Europe should put in one effort, shown like a million star. If your team is not winning anything, but let people talk about you, that you have actually done well for your club. But overall, congratulations to Moses Simon.
And others, because it's not only we mentioned Seydou Sanusi, we mentioned Aribo qualifying for the. Although we hope that they can score the competition. Aribo, Balogun,
getting to the final
Bassi
already is a statement, because nobody actually gave Rangers that chance. Immediately Gerrard left, everybody thought Rangers was going to fall apart. Now, as it stands, they are going to lose the Scottish title, because the way things are going. But they can still get the Scottish title if that is if. In football, the if normally happens, because a team you never expect will just come and shock everybody.
No, I just want to dwell on that word that you say, maybe because they are qualified for the final, that's a celebration already. You go and ask Egypt, they will tell you how painful it is and getting to the final and being beaten by Senegal. Well, we've been talking sports on Trust TV. That's the show. 360 Sport has been a wonderful time with Emmanuel Fashemi. Good to have you once again.
It's always my pleasure being here.
Let the best team win tonight. All those matches that we rolled out for you to actually have an idea of matches coming up. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.